miles. According to mainstream science, we're living on a giant spinning ball, hurtling through space. We're supposedly rotating at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. And on top of that, the entire solar system is racing through the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour. That's the official story. But have you ever stopped to think, how can all that motion possibly feel so still? Now here's where things get even weirder. Think about airplanes. If the Earth is spinning beneath us at 1,000 miles per hour, shouldn't flights heading east have a much harder time catching up to their destinations? And for westbound flights, shouldn't they just zoom across the globe in no time at all? Yet no matter which direction you fly, planes always take roughly the same amount of time to reach their destination. That doesn't make sense if the Earth is really spinning, right? So here's an alternative idea. What if the Earth isn't spinning at all? What if the Earth is flat and stationary, and it's the sun, moon, and stars that are doing the moving? In this model, everything starts to make sense. Airplanes don't have to account for the Earth's spin, because there is no spin. And the idea that the Earth is flat isn't just some wild theory. There are real observations that make you question the whole spinning globe narrative. Let's talk about one of the most puzzling pieces of evidence, Polaris, the North Star. For thousands of years, Polaris has remained in the same spot in the sky. Sailors and navigators have relied on it to guide their way. But here's the catch. If Earth is spinning, orbiting, and speeding through space as we're told, why does Polaris never move? How can one star remain perfectly fixed if we're in constant motion? Think about the Georgia Guidestones, which stood for decades until they were mysteriously destroyed. They had a small hole drilled into one of the stones, and through that hole, you could always see Polaris, no matter what time of year. For 40 years, it stayed in perfect alignment with the North Star. But if we're supposedly moving in so many directions at such incredible speeds, shouldn't Polaris shift out of sight? Yet, it doesn't. Let's go back to flying. If the Earth were curved, pilots would need to constantly adjust their planes to follow that curve. In fact, at cruising altitude, a plane should be lowering its nose by around 850 meters per minute to stay level with the Earth's surface. But guess what? Pilots don't do that. Once they hit cruising altitude, they fly straight and level for hours. No constant adjustments for a curve. Why? Because there is no curve, and here's the real kicker. Planes fly in straight lines, level with the horizon, across vast distances. If Earth were really curved, long-distance flights should be arching over a ball. But they don't. Next time you're on a flight, pay attention to how smooth and level it is the whole way through. It's another clue that maybe the Earth isn't the spinning globe we've all been taught to believe.